Welcome to San Antonio, Texas, the Alamo City, today at the Alamo Dome, as we have a couple of squads here ready to square off in the Valero Alamo Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Cincinnati Bearcats. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kickoff team is out there, ready to get this bowl game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Washington State's offense will get the football first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch. Fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
The Cougars can really attack on this second and short. Pump behind the line. It's Rasmussen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Caught over the middle. It's Rasmussen. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Washington State will have to boot it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll get down and put a stop for the return at about the 28-yard line. The Bearcats offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined.
He's going to take a shot right away. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's not afraid to go deep. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Unloads to the right. Complete on the comeback. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
The Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. On the run, it's Fowler. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Makes the grab on the left. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Going for 6. Touchdown, Bearcats. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They took it 71 yards down the field, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Rossi. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Gets the back moving. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's going for a big play downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. On target over the middle. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Rasmussen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Now facing a 3rd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Makes the grab. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
You gotta love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got his man quickly. Oh, he's got some space. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Got his man.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Catch in the middle. It's Fowler. There he goes. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Quick strike complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. It's complete. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Throws to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Shotgun snap on third down. Fires to the big fella. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big third down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
Washington State has it all working right now. He's taking the shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Parker. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Rhodes. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll keep it himself. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the Cougars back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Washington State will come to the line with a 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. Can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on 2nd down by the goal line. You've got to be really smart with this football.
Caught in the backfield, it's Rhodes. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Washington State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to hitch back into it and get some momentum going.
And the extra point is good. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Plucks it out of the air. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the air on 1st down. It's on target and complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Bearcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Pulls and fires complete. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He'll throw it. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Looking to throw on 3rd. It's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the 1st half.
You find great matchups where you see, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The inside handoff. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Finds his man. It's Parker. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job of it.
Washington State going back to work on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Operating in the red zone here on second down. On the ground, it's Parker. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up for it.
Going for the marker on the ground. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
Yeah, there's so much aggressiveness in college football, and I'm here for it. I want all of it. Nice job, fourth and short. I'm buying my club, and now first and goal in.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougar! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. After that, latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
It's complete on the right side. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Fowler. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yards.
Turning it on! He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. And the Bearcats are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Bearcats! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
Ready to try the point after. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Makes the quick grab. There he goes. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the tight end in motion. Pressure coming. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think.
Makes the catch down the right side. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Here's a heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Oh, the sweet feet. Touchdown, Bearcats! Stealing a score on special teams. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. The kickoff team is out there after that punt return for a touchdown. They'll try to pin him deep.
14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Washington State going quickly. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Washington State sends out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Makes a move. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead.
35. Washington State, 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 45 on his way. Turns it on down the left side. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on 1st down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Got his man. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And this one is perfect.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Out of the end zone. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in San Antonio, and we've had a lively first half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Alamo Dome.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Washington State ready to boot it away to start the 3rd quarter. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, Just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree. And if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game and punctuating this season.
Fires downfield. Complete to the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs, and this play caller still.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the DB right with him to knock it away. High the chains now on 2nd and long.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
It's complete to the left. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got an open man. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Cougars with the 1st and 10. The give on the inside.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. What a disappointment. No good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Give to the back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
And a great job on the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try.
Breaks into the open. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Bearcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
the RPO complete. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Cincinnati! And the beatdown has ensued. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Gives it on the option. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Quick spin on the run. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
The Cougars come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Washington State ready to go with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll move the tight end. Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wazoo! That his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Working that left side now. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. The Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Gets it out fast. Still on his feet at the 45. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. They're working that left side. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Extending the play. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Makes the grab. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bearcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Leaves it with the running back. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, believe.
Touchdown, Bearcats! And the pummeling has started.
And there's no secret about it. Line up in goal line formation. I'm going to run the ball down your throat. My guys are more physical than you. 6 points on the play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. We've reached the break. Cincinnati is on top, and they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. It'll be third and long. They want to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Parker. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Third down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out, get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. Fourth down now upcoming.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Great place to start for this offense. Making side adjustments here. They'll try to get outside. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Bearcats have pushed it inside the 20. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unleashes to the end zone. Intercepted, and now he's up to...
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Oh, they're after him. He lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cougar. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it in with a huge play, an 80-yard touchdown pass. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Man, and these are the situations. They know you're kicking an onside. You got to get it. You got to find a way to get the football. And how about it? Get the kick. Get a good bounce. Everybody's flying down the field. Ball bouncing all over the place. You fall on it.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Cougars want to crank the tempo.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to solve.
Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. And I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving it.
And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
And the Bearcats will have it 1st and 10. Snagged out of the air. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Bearcats! And the route is on. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent to them.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe it's something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. Washington State will have to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll take it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. start this drive firing. Going deep. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. One more play to pad the stats. Second down, he'll throw it. Blasted as he lets it go. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He fires a bullet to the right. Picked off to stop the threat. Taking it the other way. And he's going to go down as time has run out. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these 2 teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and a season is wrapped. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Reese Davis signing off, and we'll see you next season for another presentation of EA Sports College Football.